Okay, 12 men on an island rule. 12 men on an island, you can only use a seesaw 3 times to weigh them out to find out which one of them is heavier or lighter out of the 12, because all the other ones weigh the same. This is basically my chart. Just ran through it. So I broke them up into 3 groups, and we have 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D against 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. And then 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D are not on the scale. So in the first weight, the scale goes down on the right side. So what we know is 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D are all lighter than 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. So we're going to mark them as heavier. So I go to the scale, 1A, 1B, 1C, round 1, they all get marked as a lighter. 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D all get marked as heavier because they came in heavier, and then 3AB, 3AB, 3C, 3D there, they all were not part of the equation. Things moved, so we know that they must all be the same because the scale moved without them. So instantly they are all out. So we X out 4 guys in our first round. Now we really want to try and mix and match this up as best as possible to make our second weight scale tell us as much as we can. So right away, my favorite thing to do would be to take 1A and 1B. I'm just going to box them quick, and we move them out of the scale. And we're going to take 2A and 2B out of the scale. So now we have 2, they're reading lighter and heavier. So we're going to take them in our next weight, and we're not going to use them. We're going to knock them out. And then what that leaves us is 1C, 1D. So we're going to put them down in the scale. And 2C, 2D. So 2C and 2D do come down in the scale, but I actually want to move, I'm going to move 2C over to the other side. And the reason why I want to move it to the other side is I want to try and split up something different from number 1. I don't want to split up too much, but I just want to split up one thing, because if I'm, I might get a different answer. And then what we have is 1A, 1B, and them are out. So in this scale, when things move, now we actually have the left side of the scale go down for heavier. So 3A, 2C, 1C, and 1D all are going to get marked heavier. And then these ones are going to get marked lighter because they come up. So now when we look at our scale, what we have is 1A, 1B. They weren't even in the equation and the scale still moves. So instantly we know that they must weigh the same because the scale moved without them. So I'm going to knock them out now. So they get knocked out in the second round. And what we look at next is we have 1C and 1D, which 1C and 1D are over here on the equation, and the scale went down, so they're heavier. So we're going to mark them, 1C and 1D, as heavier. Now they got marked lighter last time, and they got marked heavier, indicating that if they get both, then they're not the ones affecting the scales, which means we're going to knock them out as well. So now we have 1C and 1D knocked out because they got different readings. So now we're in the 2 column, 2A, 2B. We know that they weren't used, that they were extras. So instantly they have no weight difference there at all, which means they're knocked out. So we know 2A, 2B are knocked out. Now 2C was marked heavier on the first round and heavier on the second round. So we're going to mark it as heavier again. And now 2D, because it was on the heavy end of the scale, we moved to 2D. Oh no, we didn't move 2D, we left them, but because we moved the other one, the scale changed. So 2D went light up, and because it went up, it was lighter, indicating that it was heavier first round, lighter second round, so it's knocked out. So we know now that it's out. And in the first round, we knocked out 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D. So all that we have left at the second round that we know has a different weight is 2C, and 2C has consistently had a heavy weight both times we've weighed it. So I don't even need to use the scale a third time to know in this equation that 2C is our heaviest reading, because it got heavier both times when it was marked up against any combination that we gave it. So 2C is it, and I managed to figure out that 2C was the one in this group in 2 goes. I didn't even need the third.